Hi, my name is Tati and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to allow my reading journal to choose my TBR for the month. I have been putting myself into a little bit of a reading slump. I have all these books that I want to read, but I keep being like, oh, they're not for this season. I just keep pushing them back. It's something about my personality that is like, it's not the time to read it. Be like, I'm gonna read that in August or whatever. But then now I'm filling my time up with reading books that I don't want to read. And yeah, it's making it kind of a tedious process. And I don't want that. First, I was like, I'm not going to have a TBR. Who needs a TBR? But then I'm like, I like having a TBR. I like having a frame of reference for the next thing that I'm going to pick up. And I also like planning things. We're still going to do the TBR, but I thought it would be better for me to have like an outside entity tell me to read the books that I want to read. Who knows? Tomorrow might not come. I need to be reading the books I enjoy today. In my reading journal, I have a couple of different challenge spreads. I would say I have 4 challenges, except one of them isn't really a challenge. It's my yearly TBR. But we're going to be choosing a book from each of those. But I'm going to use like a random number generator or whatever to decide which one that I choose. And I thought I would make it kind of like a board game. So I'll spin the wheel and then I'll just count. And whatever book that we land on is the book that is chosen for my TBR for this month. And I'll do that for each spread. With that being said, I did just start the Year of Goober Challenge, and there are 2 prompts for each month. For June, the first prompt is under 300 pages, and then the second prompt is over 600 pages. So I'm not going to choose like a separate book for those prompts. The goal is that these books that I am choosing for the initial TBR will satisfy those prompts for the Goober Challenge. But then if we get to the end and we don't have any books that satisfy that prompt, then we'll pick something for that. So we will start with our yearly TBR. There are 12 books on this page, as there are 12 months in the year. And so far, I have completed A Court of Silver Flames, Onyx Storm, and Fable of the Talents. Like I said, there's 12 of those, so we're going to spin the wheel, 1 through 12, and then we will see what we get. So we will go ahead and spin the wheel. All right, we got 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count down, except I think I'm going to skip the books that we've already read, so then it'll kind of loop around. We'll start from the top here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Okay. Eternal Ruin is the first book on our June TBR. Now we are going to go to the next spread, which is our A to Z challenge. What letters do we have left? We have C, E, F, I, J, L, N, Q, R, S, U, V, Y, and Z. So there are 26 letters in the alphabet. So I will go ahead and update my wheel to 26. The wheel has spoken. We're counting 15. We're going to start from C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Back to C. All right, so on my bookshelf, I only have 2 books that start with the letter C. We have Children of Blood and Bone by Tati Amiah, which I just bought this book and it's so cute. And I've wanted to read it for a really long time, but I really do be like, is this really the right time? But it's so cute. I'm leaning towards this one. They killed my mother. They took our magic. They tried to bury us. Now we rise. And then I have The Chateau by Paul Goldberg. My cousin, I feel like I said this before, but she works in a library. So she kept bringing home these free books and she sent me a picture. And I asked her, what is this, the book that's like blue to orange? Because I just thought it was a pretty color scheme. And then next thing I know, the book is in my hand. Don't know anything about it. It is January 2017 and Bill has hit rock bottom. Yesterday he was William M. Katzenellenbogen. Katzenellenbogen. Successful science reporter at the Washington Post with years of experience at industry awards. But things have taken a turn. Fired from his job aimless with exactly $1,219.37 in his checking account, he learned that his college roommate, a plastic surgeon known far and wide as the butt god of Miami Beach, has fallen to his death under salacious circumstances. Was With nothing to lose, Bill boards a flight for Florida's Gold Coast, ready to begin his own investigation, a last-ditch attempt to revive his career. I don't know, this does sound kind of interesting. And I already got this honker of a book back here. Y'all don't think I'm crazy. Don't think I'm crazy, but I'm thinking we're going to Chateau. I think we're going to Chateau simply because I don't think that I would ever choose this book normally, and I know I'm going to read this book. I don't think that I would just pick this book randomly. So I think we're going to go with this one because this might be the only chance I get for myself to read this book. So we're going to go The Chateau as the second book for June. Moving right along, the next page that we are choosing from in my reading journal is our book bingo page. This one it's 5x5, so that's 25. Right now, the only one that is not updated on this one is Gifted Book. I'm reading a book right now. I think we're going to go with Gifted Book for that one. So then we're just imagine that Gifted Book is already crossed out. What do we have left? We have Complete a Series, which, I have to put in the work if I was going to do that this month. Yellow, every chapter has a title. Blue, set in spring, summer, winter, read a book in a day. Purple, orange, set in fall, nonfiction, debut author, or green. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. 3. Okay, we're skipping Gifted Book. We're going set in fall. So that's 1, 2, 3. Every chapter has a title. Do I have any books with chapter titles? No. Miss Bardugo, you got chapter titles? Yeah, no, that just is the people's names. Dang, books don't have chapter titles no more? An introduction. Ooh, ooh. We might be onto something. An invitation. Ooh, ooh. An observation. Yo, we might be onto something. Okay. Juniper. Tower. Bondbreaker. Blood. All of a sudden we find all the books with chapter titles. Okay, we onto something now. Glassmaker. The Climb. We have 3 books here, and they all have chapter titles. We have Light Lark by Alex Astor. We have The Resurrectionist by A. Ray Dunlap, which I got it a little cheaper because it was all toe up. And we have Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Dang. Quicksilver, like, this is just, it's a little too big. I'm already about a book every 2 weeks kind of girl. Maybe book every week if I'm doing nothing else. So that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen this month. I think that we are going to go Light Lark because I really am feeling like saving The Resurrectionist for closer to the fall season. So we're going to go with Light Lark for our 3rd book of the June TBR. And now the only thing that we have left is the under 300 pages for the Goober Challenge. Now we're just going to go look for a book that's under 300 pages. So for books that are under 300 pages, I only have 3 of those. We have Piranesi by Susanna Clark. We have The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. And Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I can tell you right now, I do not want to read this book. I have no interest in reading The Secret Life of Bees. I wanted to read The Secret Life of Bees. I thought that it was written by a Black person. It's not. A white woman wrote this book, which is not a problem. It's just I thought that it was Black literature. It's not. And then I went and I watched the movie. I think I'm good on that. I think seeing the movie once, I'm complete. But it is a pretty book, so it will stay on the shelf. But I'm not going to read this book. So then our actual only 2 viable options are Piranesi and I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I really want to read Piranesi, but we'll leave it up to the wheel. We're going to set Piranesi as 1 and I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings as 2. Let's see what the wheel says. No. The final pick for my June TBR, my book that is under 300 pages, is Maya Angelou, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. So, that's fine. I wanted to read the book anyways. That is my yearly TBR, let's go ahead and do a little recap. The first book chosen for my June TBR off of my yearly TBR spread, as well as satisfying the over 500 pages prompt for the Goober Challenge, is Eternal Ruin by Tigis Germa. The second book chosen from my A to Z challenge for our letter C is The Chateau by Paul Goldberg. The third book chosen for my book bingo, being Every Chapter Has a Title, is Light Lark by Alex Astor. And the fourth and final book chosen for my June TBR, satisfying the under 300 pages prompt for the Goober Challenge, is Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I'm pretty excited about this reading month, more excited than I have been in the last, I want to say, 2 months, because that's how long I've been playing myself. For 2 months, being like, I'm going to read this book I don't want to read because that book I do want to read feels like August. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm excited to read these books. I'm excited to read those books right now. I actually kind of want to get started, but I gotta finish up. I gotta finish up May. But thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. Comment down below. Support a Black-owned business, baby. Subscribe to my channel. And that is all from me. Bye. If I was your girl.